Alright, this is Super Tony 5111 making these part 2 of my video. I'm just going to jump right into it here. I could talk about how at 6 minutes you're kind of going over your stuff and you couldn't read your own handwriting. We kind of laughed about it here in the office a little bit because it was rather entertaining, so thank you for that small laughter interlude. And you kind of talk about, at one point, on how I feel superior as a military member because, well, even I take off my boots at the airport. You are completely taking what I said out of context. What I'm saying is, even me being in the military, I understand the necessity of it, and I have no problem in doing it. You know, I don't expect a special treatment to go through the airport and say, well, I'm a soldier, I shouldn't have to take off my boots. I have no problem doing it. I should be held to the same standard as everybody else. And you should be held to the same standards as everybody else, and everybody should be held to the same standard. There shouldn't be any inequities regarding transportation security. So, with that being said, I don't think I'm better than you. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. I like to think I'm a pretty humble guy. See, next part, you say you lived in Arizona for a while. I'm actually from Arizona. So that's why I kind of thought what you're saying was funny. The Border Patrol having checkpoints. Well, you know, I lived in the Mesa Gilbert area for a while, and I never once remember seeing a Border Patrol checkpoint. If you would like to reference that against something, I would honestly like to see it, because I haven't. I have not seen that. The Border Patrol stays on the border, and if they're checking somebody else that they think is crossing the border illegally, well, that's kind of their job to make sure that they're in the country illegally. That's why we call it the Border Patrol, not, I don't know, Inter-Border Patrol. Whatever. And then you kind of go on about legal immigration a little bit. It's kind of funny because I didn't really get into legal immigration. I don't like illegal immigration either because it's illegal, you know, hence illegal immigration. I believe there's a right and a wrong way of doing everything, and I believe that laws should be enforced that are on the books, and if a law is deemed to be unconstitutional or people don't like it, we have a political system for changing the laws. We just don't willy-nilly decide what we're going to enforce and what we're not going to enforce. You know, you talk about the welfare and education system and socialism, isn't that? For being the root cause of illegal immigration. I'm not even going to get into all of that. I don't really like to get into all that personal political beliefs here on YouTube, especially while in uniform. You said that I made it out like you don't have the right to complain. Of course you have the right to complain. I don't know where you're coming up with that. If anything, I'm glad that you have the right to complain. I'm glad that we live in a country where you can make a YouTube video about your complaints that you have with the system. My main thing that I didn't like was that it seems to me that you're misdirecting a lot of your anger. Like I said, we don't get to choose where we go. That gets chosen for us. We don't make up our budget. That gets made for us. Myself, my friends, or whatever, we don't just get our paycheck and say, hey, you know, guess what? I'm going to use my paycheck and go to Afghanistan tomorrow. You know, good times. No, not really, not quite at all. Being deployed is quite a physical, mental, and emotional issue for a soldier, and it's not easy. And it's something that we take lightly. It's a very important thing. Second part of my notes over. So as far as taking money from your paycheck, you make it out like I personally take your money from your paycheck. I don't. That's a whole other issue with the IRS and the federal government and everything else. You used to say I pay taxes too, so, okay. So we talked about to write a video. You say I had a God complex. I really don't have a God complex. I don't know where you're getting that from. Pretty humble guy. I'm just very happy-go-lucky. Just a happy dude to be alive. I definitely am not arrogant. What do you think I'm arrogant, Cardwell? No?
Not a bit.
See Cardwell? Okay.
No.
Thanks, buddy. It seems like you talk about like my support for unconstitutional wars. I kind of hit that earlier. No, what I have a problem with is your personal hatred towards me without knowing me. You call me dumb or evil or morally compromised without knowing who I am, without actually meeting me, and that's where I talked about meeting soldiers. You know, without knowing somebody, you're just going to call them dumb or evil, and you say you generalize based on facts. You can't generalize based on facts. I don't know if you've been through that college course or whatever, but it's like completely mutually exclusive here. You cannot generalize based on facts. I cannot state that strongly enough. You know, and you talk about, well, I've met service members who are nice people. Okay, then why are you going to call a nice person dumb or evil? You know, which one is it? Are they evil or are they nice? Are they dumb or are they smart? You seem slightly confused. So I will tell you, And this is my God complex talking here. But I am not dumb. I like to think I'm a fairly smart guy. I'm not evil. I would literally give the shirt off my back to help somebody if I had to. With that being said, I don't believe in just handing things out. You know, just, here you go. But I do believe in helping people. And I would almost do anything I could to help somebody that was in need. That's pretty much my video. I got some extra time, so I'll just, once again, thank you, Liberty Chick, for taking the time to make the response video. I'm sure I'll get plenty of hate mail on the comments and everything else, which, whatever, I kind of expect that. You have your friends that seem to be pretty solid as far as your political ideology. I'm not going to get into all my political ideology, other than to say that I really think that you are misinformed. I think a lot of the sources that you have posted in different videos are very biased sources. And some of the stuff that you say is very offensive, and I think that if people were to make that same reference with you or the people that you associate with, that you would take it offensively as well. So I have a right to, with my freedom of speech, to address your videos as well. Freedom of speech goes both ways. So with that being said, once again, thank you, and have a nice day.